The gentleman from Augusta, Mr. Landis.
Mr. Speaker, I rise for the purpose of a point of personal privilege.
Gentleman may proceed.
Mr. Speaker and ladies and gentlemen of the House, yesterday you heard from Chairman of our Appropriations Committee, Delegate Putney, and Delegate Cox, our Vice Chairman, regarding the steps that your Appropriations Committee will be taking to address the concerns raised by many of you, the members of this House, about the budget. Specifically, you heard yesterday about the area of public education, and today I would like to address the area of economic development and job creation. Now, during these past 2 years, we have all worked hard to reinvest in Virginia's economic development infrastructure and to make job creation the top priority of our state government. The results have been impressive, but this is not the time to rest on our past accomplishments. Again, this year, we have worked hand in hand with Governor McDonald to promote investment in Virginia's business community. Building on the great strides we have made over the past 2 years to reinvigorate our economic development efforts, we now focus on making targeted additions to our job creation toolkit to make sure Virginia remains the best place to grow and to start a business. During the first half of this session, the House has adopted legislation extending the current capital gains tax exemption for startup businesses, and this will also continue to allow our small business job creators to expand investment in science and technology by exempting investment in startups for capital gains taxes. The House also adopted a small business investor tax credit that will allow an individual income tax credit for investments made in qualified or made by qualified small businesses beginning January of next year, and that will improve access to capital. I'm also very pleased to report to the House that this year we have been able to place some additional focus on agriculture, Virginia's largest industry. We have adopted legislation creating a new Agriculture and Forestry Development Fund, and we will provide in the budget $1 million each year for it to be included. We're also recognizing the increased importance of the export market for Virginia's agriculture community and agriculture products by increasing our investments in international marketing for the Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services and providing funding for research into specialty crops. We are also seeing the fruits of our investments in Virginia's growing wine industry, and I know many of you all enjoy their products on a regular basis. Since 2005, the full economic impact of wine and wine grapes in Virginia's economy has more than doubled. And it's doubled from $362 million to $747 million. That's a 106% increase. During the same time period, the number of wineries increased from 49%, or by 49%, and wages from jobs at wineries and vineyards increased by 86%. Good numbers, to say the least. Now, the budget that you will see next week, that we'll report out on Sunday, will continue our work over the past 2 years to better fund job-creating programs and initiatives. Initiatives such as the Advanced Manufacturing Initiative the Governor included in the budget, increased support for international marketing at the Economic Development Partnership, and increasing funding for Virginia's Tourism Authority to market all the benefits that Virginia offers. We're also going to recognize that it is always important to look toward the future for opportunities, and the budget will support investments in commercial space flights, and I know my seatmate is very supportive of those efforts, and also wind energy development. Finally, Mr. Speaker, members of the House, I think we have to realize and recognize that sometimes the best thing for government to do is to just stay out of the way. And to that end, the committee will eliminate fees that increase the cost of doing business for Virginia's businesses. Our goal this session, through the passage of these important measures and initiatives, is to create an even stronger environment for Virginia by sustaining job creation and economic growth for years to come. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.